Hi everyone, this is Nina from Network Engineering. I am a executive consultant with the engineering team here in mainland Pretoria. Um, I specialize in the recruitment of supply chain and industrial engineers, but our whole team specializes in everything engineering that you can think about. So we are your go-to if you're looking for a job in that space. I've been working as a specialist consultant for about 5 years now. I started off in um, consulting engineering for the civil engineering industry, moved over in a couple of industries, and we've actually been really part of the fall of the construction industry and the civil engineering industry and the rise of a couple of other industries. Um, yeah, so I think we've really seen it all in terms of what the engineering industry has done throughout the last 5 years specifically. So the engineering industry, as everybody knows, it's a volatile industry. But I think the biggest secret to know is that there's always somebody that's doing well in the engineering industry, and there's such huge opportunity in South Africa really to diversify yourself. Even if you are a civil engineer, you can really go into a whole bunch of different industries like insurance industries and so forth. Mechanical engineers can go into manufacturing or a whole bunch of different industries. So I think what I've seen throughout the industry is it's really been diversified in a couple of subdivisions, if I can say it for a lack of a better word. And then also, I think there's a lot of negative talk around the engineering industry and what's happening in the job market and so forth. But yeah, I think we'd like to remain positive about the industry and know that everything that comes down must come up. So the biggest frustration is feedback, obviously, because I think we are faced with an unemployment rate of about, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, about 29% at this point in time. So we're faced with a candidate rich market. So everybody's in the market. There's a lot of good candidates that are looking for a position. So, I think the frustration is feedback from recruitment consultants, feedback from clients, just feedback from sending out CVs. And then obviously the fact that a lot of candidates say that they've applied for 60 jobs, 70 jobs in the last 3 months. And that I can tell, I mean, that must be super frustrating. Yeah, so I think that's the biggest thing. So I get that frustration. I think I've been unemployed as well, and I've gone through that, sending 60 CVs, not getting any feedback, getting a lot of rejection and so forth. So it's a very emotional thing as well that you need to go through. But I do think that candidates need to understand from our perspective, from a recruitment perspective, we do get about 200 applications, even if the job has only been advertised for about 4 days. So time is of the essence, and we really need candidates' help to actually help us navigate through, the all of the applications and so forth. Like I said, is it's a candidate-rich market at this point in time. So what I tell my candidates always is that the onus is not only on myself, but also on the candidate to be top of mind. So what I tell them and the advice that I give them, and it's worked, is that if you see something that I'm advertising, give me a quick call. You always have my number, you've got my landline. It's not always easy to get hold of me on my landline, but you can get hold of me on my email, WhatsApp, cell phone, anything like that, and tell me, hey, I'm seeing you're advertising this position. What do you think of me for this role? Sometimes it's going to be yes, sometimes it's going to be no, but then we move on to the next role until you find something that really fits exactly what you're looking for. But also, I think if you see something advertised in the industry, you can give your recruitment consultant a call and say, I see this is advertised. Why don't you do a little bit of investigation and see, who's advertising it? Perhaps we can get into that company. So I think it's really a creative way of looking at job applications. It's a relationship that you build with your recruitment consultant, and just to make sure that you're really always top of mind. I think that's a very big important thing, because honestly speaking, it's impossible for one person to remember everybody that they've that they've spoken to for the last week. Um, I think it's not everybody is as honest as that, but I mean that's the situation. We're sitting with a lot of people in the market, so give your consultant a call a couple of times. Say once every 2 weeks, maybe, if you see, or if you see something that's advertised, and then we can talk about it, and then we move on and we send your CV, or we maybe look for another position or something like that. But we do business development together. I think that's the crux of it. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I really hope it helped a couple of you guys out there, and I know the frustrations are high, so we're really trying from our side to cover all of the bases. If you've got any questions, we're a company that specializes in everything IT, finance, and engineering. If you've got questions for me, or you want me to point you in the right directions of which consultants to talk to, you're more than welcome to pop me a quick message on LinkedIn. I'm always on LinkedIn. You can send me an email. My email address is, and my contact details, everything is on LinkedIn, so you're more than welcome to have a look at that. But yeah, happy job hunting, and hope you find your dream job very, very soon. Thanks so much.